Recording, okay, welcome to the show, everybody. Today I have with us Terrie Huberman. Huberman?
Yeah, it's fine. I've been called worse.
Yeah, me too. Me too. And so Terrie is an intuitive, a psychic medium, a no BS spiritual coach, and she blends science and spirituality together. But she also is a master in improv. So, um, welcome to the show, Terrie. Thank you for being here.
Oh, thank you for having me. Thank you so much. I mean, it seems like we're in the same level where we both want to help people. And I love how you talk about just having a really fun life.
Mhm.
That's one of my values, except I put it under, or I couch it under joy. So my values are freedom, joy, and security. And so that's what I want to help bring out in other people too. So your fun is part of that, which I love.
See, I just see fun as this umbrella that includes play, joy,
Yeah.
freedom. Obviously, heap load like obscene amounts of money because
Oh,
that's fun. It doesn't make you valuable, but it's fun, right? And
yeah.
I'm like, if I could give you one thing in your life, it would just be fun.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well,
Uh,
actually, if you think about it, you can't have fun if you're not feeling safe.
It's everything.
So it is everything.
It
It
is
is,
everything.
yeah.
It's the epitome. People are like, I want to be joyful. I'm like, no way, man.
Yeah. Well, joyful is a part of it, but
Yeah.
fun is, I love the fun umbrella. It's a fun umbrella. Like, put up your umbrella. There's so much fun and so many
Fun
yummy
umbrella.
people can be. Yeah.
But it is hard to have fun until you can get into that space,
Sure.
right?
Well, that's
Yeah.
reasonable. That's reasonable. Because, like, if you are struggling in any way, and believe me, as humans, we can find ways, even if they're not legit, we can find ways to struggle, or as the Buddhists say, suffer, right? So it is hard to have fun if you're suffering or struggling. So
Yeah.
I would think one of the goals, if you are suffering or struggling, is to ease off on that, and therefore more fun can be had. And like, we work in polarity here on planet Earth, right? So you can't have one without the other. So you need to have that resistance. I'm not saying you have to like it, because I don't. It's horrible.
It is
But
terrible.
you have to have it, because that's actually what moves us forward.
A lot of the times, what, there has been, I don't know if this is true about your life too, were so many times in my life where I would have just stayed
Oh yeah.
without the crap. I would
Yeah.
have just stayed where I was.
Yeah. I mean, I always tell my clients, I mean, so I'm very energy based. And for me, the energy is very
Mhm.
scientific. So the nature of energy is to always be moving, which
Yeah.
means even when you're having the joy and the fun, it's not going to last. It's temporary.
Mhm.
Right. So just as much as life can suck,
Mhm.
life can be amazing, but it's always moving. Now, sometimes it feels like we're stuck, and
Yeah.
we might be in a place that is not feeling good. We're struggling or suffering longer, maybe, than we were in that joyous, fun place. But we never stay in one spot. There are cycles, and we cycle through it. Some cycles take longer, but it is just the nature of energy. And that's why I love energy so much, is because when you get to the science of it,
Yeah.
it's predictable and it always works the same way, right? So if something is consistent, you can trust it.
That's true. Yeah.
So you can actually trust and predict energy because of the way it works and its nature and the laws of it.
Oh, and that's it. Because you know what, there's a lot of parenting hacks and stuff out now, but I know there's a lot of people that haven't grown up with a lot of consistency. And so that creates anxiety and fear. But it's nice to know that there's a repeatable pattern. And it's like you don't necessarily have to trust people, but right, you
But
can trust energy.
yes, yes. And the thing is that I believe a lot of the inconsistencies that children grow up with if there's not, especially if it's emotional stability of, let's say, the parents, and
Yeah.
there's not a lot of emotional stability and they don't know how to manage or control their emotions, they're going to create empaths. Hi, nice to see you. Right. So an empath is I believe created on two levels. One energetically, and maybe you can call it woo-ly or metaphysically, but the other one is also what is it that you learn? How are you being taught? Because if you don't have consistency, you're always going to be on the lookout. You're going to find safety in trying to control your environment. And a lot of empaths, their coping skill, their survival coping skill is people pleasing. So if you're always looking out to see what makes someone happy and you want to stay safe because you're not sure about what's going to happen, you're going to anticipate those person's needs based on what you've seen, right? So I always tell people that you have superpowers in your sensitivity if you use it the right way.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's empaths learn to shrink themselves, right? And it's like when you start coming back fully into who you are, that is where you shine and you're not affected by other stuff anymore.
Right. Right. And it's a balance.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not, we have to learn how to do this. It doesn't come naturally to us. We do have to learn. Just like we learned it for survival, we can learn it for thrival, if that's a word.
It is now.
It is now.
It is now. It's a word now. It's in the dictionary.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So for anybody who's maybe like, okay, yeah, you know what? I want to rewire this, right? I want to rescript my life because this has kind of sucked,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? What would you find is a powerful and efficient, not a bypass, but
No.
like a powerful and efficient? Because I think we don't have to go on, like we don't have to go on this huge long journey. There are skills to learn
Sure.
and there's improvement, but how do you get what I'm saying? You get what I'm
Yeah.
throwing down.
Well, it's if we want to look at like, well, what could be an easy way of the journey of the start, because it is a journey as much as, if we're not going to bypass something, then that means we're going in it and we're here for it,
Yeah.
right? So a bypass is like an avoidance on some part, on some for some in some aspect. So
Mhm.
we're not going to avoid. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a look at ourselves and what are our patterns. That's the first thing. We have to have some awareness. If you don't have an awareness, you don't know what's wrong and you can't fix it. So the first hack, I
Yeah.
would say, is to look at the repeating patterns that you keep finding yourself in, because that's your energetic alignment. The hard part is not to judge ourselves for it. We can't make ourselves the bad guy. We do have to have compassion for ourselves, which is hard to do, but that's part of the process too, right? So the first thing is to become aware. So we have to sit there. And the thing is that we don't like to do this. This is why we would prefer to bypass, because we don't like to be in pain. And change can oftentimes create pain because it's unfamiliarity and the unknown. What's that giggle for, girl?
I'm laughing because I'm like, okay, somebody else, I know somebody else has done this too, but you're like, you find the awareness and you're like, I don't want it to be that one. So I'm
Yeah,
gonna look for
yeah.
something different.
Yeah, but that's also okay. You know that that's also okay because you
Yeah,
may
yeah,
not be ready for that pattern yet.
yeah,
And a lot of times, if you knock out
yeah,
smaller patterns,
yeah.
it can have the effect of it actually enveloping the bigger patterns too. So, like that's why I'm always saying, and I'm guilty of this. So I don't want to make it sound like I'm, like I don't
No,
get affected by this because I
yeah,
still wear the earth suit. But being hard on ourselves doesn't
Mhm.
help. We would
No,
never do that to somebody
no.
else. We would never say that, think that, feel that to someone else, but we're very hard on ourselves.
Oh yeah.
Well, so
Any empath, any empath. You'll never attack other people. Even if people are attacking you, you'll still be nice to them and you'll
we
be like,
will
something's
take it.
wrong with me. Something's wrong with me. Even that, but that person's being a total douchebag.
Yeah.
I've got to change.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But the first step would be you have to know what you're working with in order to work with it.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's a painful process. And that's why I always say it's, we can start off on our own, which is
Mhm.
great, but then we're going to end up getting stuck. And I know this because I've done this. We need a mirror to reflect back to us, which is why it really is a good idea to work with a coach, with a therapist, a counselor, someone else, because they will reflect back to us, which will take us further along. Otherwise, we will get stuck.
Over analyzing.
Overanalyzing,
Yeah.
overthinking. I have a book, Overcome Overthinking,
Oh.
literally that I wrote because a lot of empaths overthink,
Mm-hmm.
and the overthinking creates anxiety and overwhelming energies. And all that is, I'm going to simplify what anxiety is from an
Okay.
energetic perspective. It's a mishmash of more than one feeling. And so there's excess energy in the body. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. And when you start to see life from that perspective, when you start to feel it in your human, in your body, you're like, okay, there's just a lot of energy that's going on. That's
Mm-hmm.
all.
Mm-hmm.
So then we need to sit there and just maybe compartmentalize or categorize what's going on. And then we'll notice that we can calm down a lot easier. And then I call it coming more online, where our brain can come online.
Yeah.
And then we can start looking at things from more of an observation versus a participant.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's hugely helpful.
Hugely helpful, because if you're in it, the clarity just isn't there. But if you can watch it, that's why we're always better to help somebody else and ourselves, because we're not in it, right?
I can solve your problems easy.
Yeah, of course. But our own problems, we're in it. We don't
Mhm.
have that clarity. And then we're ramping up the energy in our bodies, which ramps up the energies in our thinking and feeling. And then it's just this vicious circle.
Mhm.
Right. So, from an energetic perspective, what happens is once we become aware of something, believe it or not, we
Mhm.
disarm that energy. It's called the law of repulsion, the universal law of repulsion. You meet
Okay.
something where it's at.
Mm.
And then the hierarchy of power, if you want to call it, lessons. So you're here, and whatever you're dealing with is here because it's gone like this.
Oh.
And
Oh,
now
that's
you're
huge.
observing it
Yeah.
instead of absorbing it.
Oh. Oh, I like how you explain. I've never heard anybody explain it like that way
I
before.
actually have never explained it that way either. I'm channeling right now. So I'm like,
You
all
just
right.
nailed
Well,
it.
I know. Thank you. Thank you. Like, don't
Totally.
forget it. I'm glad this is being recorded. That's the
This is
problem.
what we do when we're having fun.
Well, exactly. Exactly. It's called alignment, right?
Yeah.
So when you
Yeah.
can do that, and that's what I try and teach people in this book is
Yeah.
like when you can align your energy to
Mhm.
what people might call authenticity,
Mhm.
then you're able to receive messages so
Mhm.
that you can help other people. Because a lot of us, I'm almost like 99.9% positive and confident that anybody watching or participating in this summit wants to be of help and serve other people as well. So
Yeah.
they're not just here for themselves, they're here for themselves to get better, to learn, but also they want to help other people and be of service, right? So you can only be as good as you are. So you can only help as good. I know that's so it's very judgmental to say good or bad, but I'll say like however aligned you are, right? In this now moment of time, you and I are just chilling, we're chatting, we're having fun. We started off giggling and laughing. So there's no analysis going on here. So it's like, okay, I went in, I had an intention. I said, I just want to be able to help out at least one person. So please let me be able to articulate things in a way that one person can get this information.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, I give it to you, God, you come through, la, 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 la. And so
Yes.
I love this whole absorb thing. I'm so excited because that literally hot off the press just came in. Yay, thank you.
That was fantastic. That was absolutely fantastic. Yeah, and so from one overthinker to another, what do you do? What is you're like, screw this, I'm not overthinking this.
Yeah, so I do I do what I teach. That's it in a nutshell.
Mhm.
Because and again, I'm one of these people where I like practical, pragmatic things. I want evidence, I want proof. I'm human. I want material evidence. I want to see, think, feel, taste, touch, and hear,
Yeah.
results, right? So I created this method called the heart hug method,
Yeah.
where I open up the energy of my heart. So I neutralize the overwhelm, the overthinking, the anxiety, right? So if I'm feeling like, I just get myself to, right? Because, feels way better than, So my job is not to go to from, I mean, that's a big gap. That's
That
a
is a big gap.
huge, right? And we live
Yeah.
in the space-time continuum. So that means there is space in between where we are and where we want to be. And it takes us time because our bodies are mass and matter. So it takes us time to close that gap. Well,
Mhm.
what if you could just get to which is so much better, right? And when you're at then you can start thinking clearly. Because when you're like, you're not thinking clearly. You're trying to get the results, you're trying to control, you're trying to do all of this, right? But if you can just go to then you're like, all right, it's a little bit of a submission in a way to your energy,
Yeah.
right? So there's science behind what's called heart coherence, which is managing the electricity of your heart waves. And that is what slows down uh overcompensating energy. So I combined that with just EFT tapping, and I created the heart hug method, which is basically tapping on the heart. And whenever we place our attention on anything, that's where we're sending our life force, right? So if we're thinking about something or someone or whatever, that's where we're sending our energy. So our energy goes to whatever we're thinking and feeling, right?
Mhm.
But if we're already scattered and we're already stressed out, nothing's coming back to us. So we're depleting our energy field and we can't get into alignment. So when we do the heart tapping and we breathe and focus into the heart, we actually collect our energy back to us, which is what neutralizes us.
Just dropping gold everywhere.
Well, I mean, but here's the thing, Tanya, it's like, it's so easy, right?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
super easy. Nothing I'm saying is like, you haven't heard of in either bits or pieces or even the whole thing together. I mean, so many people do, EFT
Yes.
taps and all of that, right? Like, but putting it into practice consistently over and over and over, that is the key. That
That's
is the key. And so what tends to happen is when you collect your energy back to you and you've neutralized your energy, now you have a new platform to jump from, right? And usually when you're neutral, that's when you can start going, okay, I'm truly authentically open for divine inspiration. It's hard to be divinely inspired when you're overthinking, you're always saying, well, what do I do? How do I get out of this? Da, 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 da. And God and the angels and your spirit guides and your ancestors are like right there trying to tell you, but you're like, yeah, 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 yeah. because you're trying to like control. I got this. I got this. Hey, people, I got this. I got this. And they're like, knock, knock, knock. We got answers for you. And you're like, no, 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 whatever, whatever. I can't right now. I can't. Right. But if you just go, okay, like I'm cool, I'm calm, and I'm like, I'm neutralized and I've collected myself. And then you're like, oh, I think someone might be here. Okay, cool. Cool. Do you have anything to say? And then you become receptive. So that's how you build your intuition too, because as you know, and a lot of people know, is when you are in egotistical mode, and it's just psychology, it's ego, but in soul talk, it's the
Mhm.
lower entangled soul with material world confusion, right? Then it's like, I just need to save my human because my human's going to die. So I have to
Yeah.
have control and all of that, right?
Yeah.
We can release that entanglement by
Mhm.
just neutralizing, then we let go. It's easier to let go of control and just to allow divine inspiration and all of that. So I call it the heart hug method. And then the third part of that, so the first part is focusing on your heart. The second part is tapping. Why are we doing that? Because we're bringing our energy back, because wherever our energy, whatever we focus or pay attention to, our energy comes back to. So now it's on us instead of out there. And then the last part is, because I'm a facilitator of this, that's when I can give very specific, um, if you want to call it affirmations or whatever it is energetically that your commands, not really commands, but suggestions based
No
on,
commands. Yeah.
you can say
That's
commands, yeah, based on what you're needing to realign. So
Mhm.
three parts to it. So when I'm working with people one-on-one, that's what I'm teaching them.
Yeah. Ooh, I love that. And I do love commanding our world. I know like it's kind of like, oh, like you should be in flow and stuff, but there's something to like just like owning something and being like, man, this is what's going on, right? And that's like a command, not from a controlling part, but like an expression of energy.
Well, yeah, because again, we live in polarity. You have to have, in this case, it would be, or the best example I could give is like that command energy is just more masculine in nature, right?
Mhm.
Receiving is more feminine in nature. You can't do one without the other. You can't just constantly receive. You can't just constantly give either, or like command either. You have to do both.
Yeah.
So there are appropriate times to be using masculine energy and commanding.
Oh yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Now, is this a good segue? I know you were going to do something with us. Is this a good segue into that?
sure. Yeah, why not? We can do
Yeah.
some experiences. Um, did you have something yourself that you wanted to work?
Oh, yeah.
Is
Okay. So,
spotlight on you now? Is that
of
what?
course, of course. Okay. So, like, it was like I was gonna get somebody, but the way the universe is flowing, the way my reality and my world is working, it's like, too bad, Tanya, you get to do this.
Yeah, that's okay.
So, my awareness lately is I will full up straight on fight being loved.
Okay.
Full on. I'm like, yeah, get out of here. Too bad. Not happening. It doesn't affect me like loving myself, but it's
Right.
like other people, right? Like, whoa, no thanks, right? And it all came from somebody texted me, good morning. I hope you have a really great day. And I was like, oh, oh, who doesn't want to get a text like that? I'm like, I don't, like, I don't want that text. And so it spun like this really cool conversation where I'm asking people, I'm like, well, do you like it? Do you like it? And it's like, oh, well, oh, I kind of like it when it's a little more personal and it depends who it's coming from. And it really opened this whole new world where I'm like, oh, there's so many different experiences from this. And I'm like, and I'm a little bit resistant to people loving me.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, resistance is a thing. So the good news is everybody has it.
Yeah.
The bad news is that everybody has it. Do you think, what do you think? Okay, if you were to have a narrative or storyline
Yeah.
behind it,
Hmm.
what do you think that story would say or that narrative would be about receiving or being loved?
Oh, okay. So
And it doesn't even just it doesn't have to just be romantic love, just an FYI.
just like receiving love. So it would be, so that would be a perspective of, right? Like, so it's like I can feel it and it's kind of like,
Okay, wait, where do you feel it in your body?
so it's a full on, like it's a full on warrior stance,
O-
right?
All
So
right.
it's not like, it's not just a one place, like it's a full on persona that like you're not gonna get me.
You're
Too
not
bad.
gonna get
Like you're
okay.
not gonna get me. Too bad.
Not gonna
No,
get okay.
I'm
So
stronger than you. Yeah.
so it's a protective kind of thing. So you have to protect yourself and you're not gonna get me.
Yeah.
Do you know if or are you aware if you have avoidant tendencies?
Avoidant of what?
With people. We'll
No.
say in relationship, but it doesn't have to be romantic. So when I'm saying relationship, it could be with friends, it could be with family, it could be with coworkers, it could be anything when I say relationship. Do you tend to be avoidant?
No, I don't.
Okay. So what's the but?
But you know what? But I would say unless it's a romantic partner, that would be the part I would avoid. That would be the one. Yeah.
Okay. So, but you want romance or you want a relationship?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So good Lord, you are just like me. Okay. So are you it's that come here. Yeah, I want you. Uh-oh, no, 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 no. Go away. Go away.
It's both.
It's both. It's called a fearful avoidant, by the
Yeah,
way. In
yeah, yeah.
terms of
No,
that.
I do understand what that is called. Yeah.
But in other areas, I'm like fully in this. Like I am
Yeah.
like, I'm more anxious attachment, like gimme, let me be there. I want to do all that, but it's in
Sure.
relationship.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's still something deeper, it feels like. I just want to get a little bit deeper. I hope you're okay. If at any point you're not comfortable, let me know.
We're in it now.
Because I want to be able to get
Yeah.
the hugging of your heart part correct.
Yeah.
Um, what would the story, again, we're going with a story because a lot of times it's a story. So you gave me a physical stance and how, how you feel in your
Hmm.
body when that's coming. So it's
Yep.
almost like,
Hmm.
a protective warrior thing, because that's what warriors do. They protect and they
Hmm.
take care of things.
Hmm.
I'll give you an example. So for me in relationship, it's well, there's a few of them, but one of the stories would be I'm not attractive enough or I'm not sexy enough for a man to want to be with me. So is there a story? It doesn't have to
Not,
be, I'm not saying that's it, but there's no story.
it's you're not gonna love me.
You're not going to love me.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's you're presenting love, but you're not gonna love me. You're gonna hurt me.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
So do you
So
think
it's a mask. Yeah.
mask? So would you call that maybe deception or deceiving? Like,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Like you're lying to me.
Yeah, because you're not saying I'm not lovable. You're not saying that at all. You're saying you can't love
You're
me.
not. Yeah.
You're
No.
not, yeah, you're gonna say you love me, but
Yeah.
you're not gonna actually love me. That's
You're
what
just tricking me.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's definitely on the other person.
Yeah.
And that it's not, I don't feel like it's you at all saying I'm not lovable. Okay, so it's on them. Okay. You're gonna betray me. Do you understand betrayal? Why is betrayal coming up? You understand betrayal?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. That's kind of the underlying thing that's going on, at least one of them, because we're so multifaceted. So we're going to work
Sure.
with betrayal.
Yeah.
We're
Sure.
going to work with betrayal. So for just a moment, I want you to just sit there, close your eyes so that you can go within, shut out physical reality. Take a few deep breaths. You're going to breathe into and out of your heart. And as uncomfortable as this is going to be, because we want to bring that energy up so that we can dissipate it, right? And neutralize it. Bring up that energy of betrayal or the masking or the deception of you say you're going to love me.
Okay.
And where in your body do you feel that?
It's like a full body stance, right?
Okay. So
Yeah.
here's what's going on is like you're protecting yourself from even getting to the feeling.
Yeah. Okay.
So so there's still something going on, and that's okay because you're not feeling safe enough right now, and that makes complete sense because you're running a summit right now, so you still have to have some sort of control. So it's difficult for you to
No, it's
full
okay. I
to
can get there.
So let's just ask your body again well, let's thank your body for wanting to
I
protect
got it.
you.
Yeah. So it's right hand, low, mid abdomen.
Yeah, that seems about right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that feels right to me. That's what I was sensing, but I wanted to get the confirmation from you. Okay, good. So you have an amazing body because right now your body just totally, and now it's like really there, right? You
I
can
didn't
feel,
know that's what that was.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So good. Okay. So now what I'm going to ask you to do, you can open your eyes now.
Okay.
So now that the feeling is like present, we're going to do some heart tapping on this. So we're going to neutralize this energy. Okay. So our job is not to completely eradicate it because we're not going to be able to do that in the time that we have together. It takes time because there are deeper layers that go on. But what we want to do is just neutralize this. Okay. So I'm going to ask you to take one of your hands. It doesn't matter. And so your heart center is right over here. It doesn't have to be on your heart. It's just the heart center. And I want you to start tapping on the heart center, and you're doing it right. We don't want to use the tips of our fingers because there are powerful chakras. And we're dealing with a delicate area because there's an actual heart muscle there. We don't want to over energize it. So we want to use the pads of our fingers, which is really good. Yeah, our job is not to give ourselves high blood pressure from this.
Why does
So
this hurt so much anyway?
yeah, exactly. So you're doing great. Find that comfortable pacing and pattern for yourself. You're doing great. So right now, your hands are telling your brain, oh, I'm touching my heart area. That's where I'm going to be sending my energy. Okay. If at any time your hand gets tired, you can just switch it out with the other hand. You're not ruining any momentum.
Okay.
Okay. You can
Okay.
close your eyes if you feel like you need to close your eyes. And I'm also, if you want, you can even go like this. Some people go like this, but you don't want to do it too hard that tomorrow you have a bruise. It's not, the harder you do it, the more you're healing.
I know there's somebody out there who's trying to do it really hard too.
I cannot even tell you how many times the next day I bruised my chest, and I'm like, I told you, you don't have to touch it hard. It's
You
just,
don't have to beat yourself. Yeah.
girl, like relax, you're okay. Okay, so we're just gonna take a few moments, and you can have your eyes open or closed. It's completely up to you. And I want you to breathe into your heart and out of your heart while you're tapping, okay? And if your body is still tight or there's still sensitivity in your body, it's okay. You're fine. Everything's okay. There's nothing wrong. Your body is doing what your body needs to do for right now in the time and space that we can work together in. Okay. So all you have to do now is just feel or sense into the words that I'm going to share with you. You can repeat them silently if you want in your head. You don't have to say them out loud. But what's important is that you feel and sense into the heart, into the words that I say while you're tapping on your heart. Okay. So we're doing a few things at the same time. This is an active meditation. And when you're an overthinker, this is another way to get to the same brain state as meditation. But you have to practice. So I don't want to, mislead anybody that this is all you do and you're done. It's a practiced meditation. So go ahead, take a deep breath into the heart and hold it. Slowly exhale all the way out and hold it at the bottom breath. Now inhale again into the heart and hold it. And slowly exhale all the way out. Good. And just find a comfortable breathing pattern for yourself. Breathing in and out easily and effortlessly and comfortably. And feel into these words. In this now moment, all is well. I am safe. And I am protected. My body does an amazing job of protecting me. And therefore I'm safe. Because I never leave my body. There are times when I experience unfamiliarity. And oftentimes, that unfamiliarity happens when I'm around other people. And the unfamiliarity shakes me up a bit. And makes me feel like I might be losing control. But here's a fact that I can trust. My body never leaves me. And since it's my protector, I'll always be safe. And it doesn't matter who I'm around. I may have romantic feelings for someone, or I may not. But either way, my body is still with me. And since my body is with me, I am safe. And I'll always be safe. And knowing that I'll always have my body with me, it makes it easier to be around other people. Because if at any point I'm starting to feel that scary uncertainty, I can always move my body away. And even though I'm moving my body away, I am still with my body, which makes me feel safe because my body protects me. Stop tapping on the heart. Place both of your hands on your heart center. Taking a deep breath into the heart and hold it. Slowly exhale all the way out. And on empty lungs, hold your breath there. Taking another deep breath into your heart and hold it. Slowly exhale all the way out. And just sit with your body for just a moment. Connecting to your body. No matter what might have happened to your body in the past, it is there with you in this very moment. And it's never going to leave you. And you can trust your body. No matter who is around you or what is around you, your body will protect you. And therefore, you're safe. Again, taking a deep breath into the heart and hold it. Slowly exhale all the way out. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes.
That was fantastic.
I wanted to be very cognizant of the time because I know that you are running the show right now. And I wanted to give you this opportunity to still, at whatever capacity, let go. Because I know it's different when you're running the show and then you're being demonstrated with. So I wanted to be really cognizant of the time for you. So we did a quickie, okay? That was short.
That was quick.
That was quick. It was only maybe 10 minutes at the most.
Oh, it felt perfect.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
That's what's lovely about neutralization is like you can lose concept of time even if you're only doing it, for a short amount of time.
Yeah. I think the best thing about doing that is that you make everything feel so obvious that it's like, oh, of course that can leave. Right? It's like, oh yeah, oh, of course my body's been there the whole time. Like, oh, okay, oh yeah, all right, I don't have to, like, it doesn't feel like it's something that is out of reach. It just feels like, oh yeah, that's the brain is like, oh, that's logical. Of course
Yeah.
it's gonna work that way.
Yes. Yes. That's a really important point to bring up. I feel like for me, that is like my strong suit is to make everything practical and pragmatic. Because if you can't connect with it or resonate with it, even at its most obvious,
Yeah.
you're not gonna do it.
Yeah.
Why? Because we are still human. And we
Right.
can't bypass the fact that we're human. Look, a lot of us want to just go away woo woo with the fairies. I love disassociation. I love being in meditation. I love when I'm channeling.
Hmm.
I can't always live there. It's just, it's not practical. I still have things I have to do as a human. And so I think that's an unhealthy aspect of the spiritual world and the spiritual community is to get away from your humanity. The problem is you can't. So you have to take your humanity with you. Because right now, we are wearing Earth suits. Look, if we were on Mars, we'd be wearing Martian suits, or Venus, Venusian suits, and they would operate however they operate.
Hmm.
You know, like that's just in physical reality, in the material world, that's what we're wearing.
Hmm. Yeah.
Right? Maybe our souls came from other places. Okay, I'm not denying that. I'm not saying that's not a level of truth, but a level of truth is that we have to deal with our humanity.
Hmm.
And so that's why for me, like I know the way I operate is like if I can't connect or resonate to it, or I can't, like it's not obvious to me, I'm not doing it. Like that's bullshit. Sorry if for cussing, but I'm like, no,
That's
I'm
good.
just
Yeah.
not gonna do it. So that's why for me, like it's really important when I work with my clients that we make it very practical, very pragmatic.
Yeah. Yeah. It
Yeah.
really was.
Yeah.
Right. I'm
Good.
still a little flabbergasted by it.
Well, what makes you feel flabbergasted? Like, what do you think the experience was that created that
Like
energy?
it just seems so obvious. Right. Like, oh, duh,
Yeah,
duh.
it
Yeah.
doesn't have to be hard.
And it does seem like it's a little bit like I'm also very fond of like because you touched on judgment. You're like judgment, it makes things hard to let go, and it does. And I'm very fond of laughing at my own self. Like, look what a big deal you made that be. Like, look how big you made that. Like, it's so ridiculous. I might as well be wearing a pink fluffy bunny tail, right? Like, it's so ridiculous, which is fantastic. Which
And
is
we all do
fantastic.
it. We all
Yeah.
do it. So again, it's part of the blueprint of the human is judgment, you
Yeah.
know. And a
Yeah.
lot of times we need that judgment because it can be discernment, because it could save our life. There's a difference between intuition and instinct.
Hmm.
Instinct typically has some sort of is based on fear. Intuition is not based on fear, but they can both be accurate and both be right, you
Yeah.
know. And it's the discernment that makes the difference, but we still need to have judgment. We need to have our ego, we need to have judgment so that we can encompass this full experience.
Yeah. No kidding.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's cool.
Gosh. It's so cool. Okay. And I could totally talk to you all day. But if somebody was like, hey, what did Terry just do on Tanya? What would they be when they go to your website, which is there's a link for it, what would they be booking?
Well, we could do one-on-one coaching. So I have a transformation program where we go a lot deeper with this. So
Mhm.
if that, and a lot of times it's breaking the patterns, right? And especially the overthinking and the overwhelm. How do I manage and control that? So that's like the big program, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But I have a book, right, which is actually going to be one of the offers that I have for you. You can do
Yes.
paperback if you want on Amazon, or you could get the PDF at a really great special deal through, you know, through your summit, which is really cool. So there's the book.
Yeah.
I have these heart huglet meditations. I have a whole bunch that are pre-recorded for different topics that I actually used with clients. So you can buy one of those heart huglets and you can start doing these meditations on your own. It's a pre-recorded guided meditation. So that's
Oh,
one
that's so
way
cool.
you can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I offer all of these different ways. I have a monthly new moon energy release because the new moon's about, you know, taking in all the yummy abundance. But if you don't have space for it, it's just going to like kind of fall off. There's no place
Okay.
for it to absorb. So actually, believe it or not, for new moon, we do energy release so that the new moon can you can keep and absorb, right? So you make
Mhm.
space for it, which is typically a full moon kind of thing. I
Yeah.
get it. But I want those, the X, because I know how energy works. I want that extra yummy energy. So there's also the new moon. And then I have a spiritual community. We're tiny but powerful. It's called GPS of the soul. That's
You,
once. And we meet up like 3 times a month. We do some hot seat coaching similar to like what we just did. And then we do some energy clearing. So there are many ways that you can work with me. Absolutely.
oh, I love that there's so many different ways. It's like you can start a little bit here, you can dive full in, you can kind of go
Yeah.
all over the place.
Yeah. At your own pace. I am here for you.
Yeah.
I just, it's hard for us to live if we're overthinking and we're too anxious. We're going to be in indecision for so much of our time. We're going to be
Oh yeah.
confused,
Yeah.
right? And that's going to lead to fear. So I don't think any of us deserve to be living a life like that.
No.
So if we can just like and just neutralize, remember, that's our only job, neutralize. Then
Mhm.
the joy and the fun and all of that can happen. But if we're
Mhm.
too stressed out, we can't find the joy. We can't find the fun. And we want to find the fun.
Yeah. Yeah. We want to find the fun.
Want to
Yeah.
find
And the best thing is when you find the fun here, then it's also going to show up over here. And
yeah.
it's going to start to snowball and
Yeah.
snowball and snowball. And when you follow it, even when it feels weird, even when
Yeah.
you're like, I wouldn't normally do that. And it's kind of just being tossed at you. And you're like, I have no idea what's going on, but I'm going to follow whatever this
See
is.
what happens.
It gets really cool really fast.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
My pleasure. Definitely my pleasure. Oh, dang it. I hate ending these. Okay. Thank you. Thank you to everybody for joining us, and we'll see you on the next one. Stop.